Hello everyone, welcome to Rod's Repairs. Today I got a good one for you. You guessed it. I'm painting the Subaru today. I'm going to give you some hot tips on how to paint in a garage. So technically we got some issues here right off the get-go. We got to put sealer on the door right in this area. The reason why is because the sealer's white and it's going to take less coats to cover the base coat. So I'm going to go sealer here just to cover the gray. No sealer here. I got a little spot there I got to take care of, but I'm going to just base over that because it's not down to the bare metal. Got to seal the hood. Got to seal the bumper. And I got to seal the fender. Now what happens is overspray from the sealer will land on anything that's not getting sealed, like this blend panel here or this fender. So what I have to do, and the sail panel here too, I got to cover it up. So what I got to do is I got to paper off the sail. I got to seal this door first, and I got to put the bakelite on it for a little bit to let the sealer dry. Then I'm going to tape the door off because we don't want overspray from all these panels getting on any part of this door here on the blend area. We don't want that. So that's the plan, and I'll show you what I got and a titch. Okay, I got the sealer on. It sat for 30 minutes. Now I'm going to go ahead and leave everything the way it is. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 coats of base on the hood, bumper, and fender, just to keep the overspray down on the door and the pillars and the fender. I'll go ahead and do 2 quick coats of base, and then I'm going to peel once the overspray gets out of here. Probably wait about 10-15 minutes each coat. Then I'll come back and I'll spray the door and I'll do the pillars, and we'll get the base coat on, and then I'm gonna let that sit for about 15 minutes after I do everything else, and then I'm going to apply the pearl coat. This is a tri-coat. It's K1X. So we got base and we got pearl coat. So It's not that big of a deal. I already did a spray out, and it's looking good. Now, the reason why I got the thermometer on the ground is that's telling me that it's 50 degrees down here. It's probably 80 degrees up here. So I got to be careful when I'm spraying or clearing the door. So, and I also don't want it too hot in here when I clear, because then the clear won't lay down. So when you're painting in a garage, there's all kinds of things you got to deal with. And just wanted to give you some hot tips. I got hot air coming in right here too. This is heat coming in from a bullet heater I got stashed outside, and it's covered up so it's out of the weather. And I can turn it on and off with my fuse box. So I'm going to go ahead and put one coat of base on without any heat, because it's already probably 70 in here right now. And then I'm going to turn it on and get it a little bit warm for the second coat. So when I get the base coat on everything, I'll show you what I got. Okay, got it painted. Turned out pretty good. This color's always hit or miss. It's K1X. A lot of different variances. You just try to make it look as good as you can. There's nothing going to be perfect on it. I'm happy with it. Turned out good. It's going to need to be buffed. Hood's got some dirt in it. That's my next step. Hot tip, buff. Next day it'll buff like butter. Wait a week or two, it buffs a little harder. So and you know, there's just more dicking around, I think, if you wait. So I'm gonna go ahead and buff it now. It's not gonna take too much. I did a video on buffing. If you wanna look at that, it shows you how to get the dirt nibs down a little quicker, and couple hot tips on buffing and stuff. So yeah, go check out one of those videos if you want. And then color looks pretty good to the original fender. It's hard to hold it up, but it's pretty close. That's kind of how I go by. Yeah, so like I say, nothing's perfect. This blend turned out nice. Just dusted in the color. You can kind of see where the color is here. Just barely dusted it up. Didn't get carried away over here. Just let the color, you can see where the color ended right there. And then I melted it in probably like right here. You can barely even hear it. More overspray here where I didn't paint, you know. I stopped clearing right here, pretty much. So there's going to be overspray here, but you buff that off, and then you buff here, and it looks, you know, pretty good. So yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I figure it costs me for sure $100 in clear. I'm guessing probably like $350, maybe $450 tops on base, clear, reducer, sealer, hardeners. So yeah, if you guys want to do a job like this, it's going to cost you a few bucks. This turned out nice too. A little overspray up here. Of course, that's where I didn't paint, but I think I melted this one in maybe like right here. You can kind of see where I stopped painting, stopped clearing, probably like right here, where you can see it on the paper. Same thing, just dusted the base up a little bit. I didn't get carried away here. I kind of think I see something where I melted it, or where I blended off the base, but like I say, you do your best, and hopefully that's good enough. It should look really good outside. Everything looks better outside than in the garage. That's one thing I've noticed. Just remember, just a quick tip on buffing. If you're like this area here, you can't really take your big buffing wheel and just hit this. You'll end up burning this edge. So you're better off getting yourself a little buffer and just nice and slow on these tight areas. This buffer gets good around door handles. On Subarus, they got these little plastic nibs here. They'll eat your buffing pad right up. So if you come in and use a small buffing pad, you can, you know, calculate where you are and navigate through the little tough areas. So get yourself a little buffer. That's going to help you. And like I say, go back and look at my video if you want to learn some hot tips on buffing and make it a lot faster for you. So anyway, I hope you guys like the content. Please like, subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment. Got a question, let me know. Appreciate it. It's going to help me grow my channel. Hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll catch you on the next video.